Good evening and welcome. The Mustangs face off tonight against the Bobcats. They're undefeated so far in their varsity season, looking to go 3-0 tonight. The Mustangs in a great position to do so as we look to get things ready. Let's take a look at our starting lineup for this week. Got a little bit of an amendment to make to it, but starting us off strong, we got Retro, that captain, and our one of our two tank players for this evening. Excellent person to be in that tank role. He played really, really well last week. Looking to play well yet again in some great Overwatch 2 gameplay. Next up, we've got on the DPS position, we got Zyphon. Zyphon had himself a day last week and is really looking to just do that again. A top 500 DPS. He currently is peaked 419th in the region. That top 500 role he's taken very, very seriously. Also in the DPS position, we've got Tar from Texas. Wasn't able to play, played a little bit last week, had himself some really good games. Looking to play again this week. Put the Mustangs on top of the Bobcats for what should be an incredible game of Overwatch 2. Next up, we've got Sundown, our third and final DPS playing on this varsity roster. He has looked incredible all season long, as well as been able to get his rank up quite a bit in a great position and very excited to play yet again. I don't know if he's more excited for this or for the Formula 1 season as they go to COTA this weekend. In the support role, we've got Ryan, who has just been excellent his second season as a varsity Mustang. He has just coped beautifully and very excited for everything that this game has to offer. And finally, also in that support position, we've got Andrew, who has again played really well. We saw him in the last couple of weeks. Just an excellent player, especially in that support position. Has done an incredible job to put his team on top and in an incredible position for this game of Overwatch 2. And that is a look at our starting lineup for this evening. We'll bring it back to our Bluebell campus studio. Welcome. I don't know if I introduced myself, but my name is JD, or Corrupted SR71, and I'm super excited to have each and every one of you here for this incredible game of Overwatch 2 again. Mustangs up against the Bobcats. And as we look to get things started, things look good. Mustangs come into this game 2-0 after a couple of really, really great wins. They're looking to extend that to 3-0 here this evening. And everything looking good, just communicating with the other teams right now. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. It is Wednesday, and obviously things should have had streams the first couple of days of the week, but of course didn't have them. But we could take a look at that right now. Take a look at our weekly streaming schedule. Of course, things are kind of up in the air. League of Legends was supposed to be on Monday. That game has been postponed. I believe that is tonight at 8 p.m. Still not sure if we're going to be able to stream that, but we will certainly see what we can do. Tuesdays, Super Smash. Haven't been able to stream it yet. Hopefully next week is our week. We will see exactly what happens there. Wednesdays, Overwatch, 6 p.m. These guys undefeated, looking incredible so far this season. So excited to see everything that this team can do. Valorant sitting 1-1 after an excellent game against Marshalltown last week. Excited to see exactly what they do to bounce back from the loss this week. That'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. And then, of course, on Fridays, undefeated is our Rocket League team, Friday at 6:30, and also sitting 1-1, our newest game on the lineup, Rainbow Six Siege. They have played beautifully this season to be 1-1. If you guys missed that match, and any match for that matter, you can always find them uploaded at Mustangs Esports on YouTube. Every single one of our VODs from the past season and a half, you can find them all there, and that's a look at our full streaming lineup for this semester. Things are looking good. We're about to start here. I believe the first map of the night should be Ilios, which is what I've been told. So obviously, here's a look at our map set for this evening. Starts off with our control on Ilios. Then we move on to our hybrid map, to our push map, to our hybrid map, escort map, push, and then, if anything else, we will have to end off the night assault. Not assault. Why did I say assault? To end off the night, if anything else, will be a flashpoint map. Of course, we don't have the icon for it as of yet. We're going to look to get that solved in the next week or two here. But obviously, things are looking incredible for this Mustangs team. Comes into this game undefeated and in a great mood. Got to talk to pretty much every single member of the team, especially Sundown and Ryan, who have been in for the majority of the day, Retro as well. Three of them very excited for this map. And it looks like the map this week is not Ilios, it's Antarctic Peninsula. Kind of confused on that one. We'll probably get that sorted out here in the next couple of minutes. But the Mustangs ready to play on Ilios or Antarctic. And it looks like things will take a little bit longer to get set up. But again, Mustangs in an excellent position. In my talks with Retro, Sundown, and Ryan, and Zyphon, as well before this game, just pure excitement as they look to face the Bobcats. A difficult opponent, but one that they are prepared for nonetheless. They do scrims, they play together as a team, online or offline, whether it be in the school or not. But again, in a very good position there. And I am correct. And it looks like I am wrong. We are currently in week 4 of the NJCAAE Tier 2 regular season. So I believe that calls for Antarctic Peninsula. I'm kind of confused on the chat that is going on over here on the live feed side of your screen. So I'm just not paying attention to it and waiting for that first map to begin. But again, Mustangs feeling good coming into this week. Last week's game was an incredible one, but obviously in a good position going into this week's game, obviously undefeated and in a great position to do so. The Bobcats, their sister team that are operating in Tier 1, were the winners of Tier 1 last semester, so obviously a great pipeline for the Bobcats to be in tonight. These guys are obviously no shy away from a couple of trophies, but neither are the Mustangs. Third place last year in Tier 1. Tier 2 came in second place, or in Tier 1 last semester, the Mustangs came in third place, and then the semester before that, so fall 2023, Mustangs were in second place. So obviously no fear when it comes up against a team that might be coached by some of the best in the league for the NJCAAE, but all systems are go now. Mustangs and Bobcats, both poised and ready to go. We're just getting those final readies in chat. Mustangs just said that they were ready, so we will see exactly when the Bobcats decide to start this game, and they just have. So we will get into things. Welcome to Ilios, our first map of the night. It is a control point map. So this beautiful room right here, light up with a gray kind of rectangle. It's more of, how many sides? It's got like 6 or 7 sides. So with a geometric shape, You'll see the shape light up in about 10 seconds. That will be our first control point. It is best 2 out of 3, so this is map 1. There are 3 maps to play from. If the Mustangs are able to win out in 2, then we won't have a map 3. Same goes if the Bobcats win out in 2, but, you know, my wishful thinking is always on the Mustangs. As I have to switch the sides. So Mustangs on the top right, as you'll see it now. And Bobcats up on the top left. Mustangs running an Orisa comp. Here we go. Retro on Orisa. Zyphon yet to choose a character. He'll be on Sojourn. Sundown on Reaper. Effect on Lucio, and Ryan on Juno. Again, new update to this game came out yesterday. So both teams are going to be dealing with new metas and comps as they work through this. Mustangs on point for how long? Being attacked by all sides. That Zarya comp out of the Bobcats, trying their best. Zyphon able to get himself a pick. Meanwhile, Retro looking for one of his first picks of the game, and they'll be able to find an effect leading that charge. Retro with a spear. And with a quadruple kill, Mustangs take a defiant lead up almost 15% on the Bobcats already. It's a great spot to see these Mustangs in coming off of a great win last week. Looking for even more this week. Zyphon moving his way through, as well as Sundown dealing with that Tracer on the right-hand side. Retro looking a little low against that Zarya. We get boosted by effects Lucio, and he'll be back up. Sundown, meanwhile, pressuring on the back line, able to grab 1, able to grab 2. He's looking for much more than that. Effect will grab the 4th, and Effect will grab the 5th. Able to take down that Tracer. Retro on his way back. Mustangs in a good position, up 65% to 0% on the Bobcats here in map 1. And again, Zyphon up top in that sniper position. Looking excellent so far. We got one member of the Bobcats on point. Meanwhile, Retro looking. Sundown with the 3 KO. Retro with the 4th. Retro with the 5th. And it's a team kill for the Mustangs. Fortunately, not be able to get onto Sundown for that. But the Mustangs 98-99. And that will be map 1 secured for the Mustangs. And this is exactly what you want to see. No, they are not letting off the gas this week from last week, as these 5 go all in. There is no game audio, apparently. All right, well, hopefully that is the desktop audio issue solved. Mustangs trying to get the win here. Remember, it is best 2 out of 3. We'll give Ryan a little bit of airtime so he doesn't complain this week. And here they go, Mustangs coming out onto the second point on well. Still got that Orisa comp, same exact comp. Got Reinhardt coming out for the Bobcats. Ryan makes his way around. Reinhardt makes his way in. Will he be able to make his way out? No, he will not. Retro takes credit for that one. Ryan looks to get out of there. He'll grab 1. Retro will grab another. And the Mustangs fairly quickly will grab point. Pretty much uncontested. Effect able to grab a nice pick on the Juno as the rest of the Bobcats offense recovers. Moves over to a Junker Queen for the Bobcats. Sundown able to win that Reaper 1v1. He'll move back to the back lines. Junker Queen pretty much stuck in that room as Ryan gets a nice little pick. Ryan will be taken out by the Tracer. Effect moves forward. Mustangs getting very close to those doors. We got a new chatter. Zyphon's cheerleader. Great to have you in chat. I assume I know who you are, but it's great to have you here with us and cheerleading for not just Zyphon, but this entire team. Mustangs on the verge of having 3 ultimates available to them, but French Rocket speed is up a little bit. Zyphon able to grab another great kill. Sundown goes in, able to grab at least one. He'll be taken up by the pulse bomb. Mustangs now at close to 65%.
Good to see you.
Mustangs now towards 70%. Almost 4 ultimates available to them. Sundown the only one to use his so far in this game. 1 ultimate available to the Bobcats. They're going to try to use that to get on the point. Sundown already with the pick. Effect and Ryan able to grab one. Sundown able to grab another. At 90%, the Mustangs up 3-2. Ryan gets one. Effect gets one. At 95%, will anyone be able to get it? Will anyone be able to touch? Nobody will. Mustangs will take it. 100-0. Play of the game will go to Sundown, so we will be able to see it from his perspective. A great game for him. Fortunately, not the play that I was thinking of, but a good play nonetheless. Mustangs go up 1-0 over the Bobcats here after game 1, and absolutely incredible job from the Mustangs there. Really kept their foot on the gas the entire time. So I just make adjustments to our scores and everything like that. Mustangs never took their foot off the gas, kept every single one of the Bobcats on their toes, obviously trying to get any type of footing there, especially in the tank position where that fight could be so pivotal. Again, I think what a lot of this comes down to is the update. Season 13 came out yesterday. And with that came a ton of different changes. Characters like Sombra lost her entire kit. It got nerfed even under the ground, I feel like, when it comes to characters like Sombra. But comps were built a week ago around what the comp would look like. And now everything has changed. And especially you can look at characters like Ramatra now, who has different abilities and can no longer punch through shields. If you guys know the game of Overwatch 2 at all, you know that a really big part of Ramatra's kit was that ability to punch through shields. And now that it's gone, you have to adapt to that kind of playstyle. Every character, or not every, but most characters have been tweaked to make them better, to make them worse. So it means that characters like we saw with Zyphon on Sojourn, who we haven't really seen in a while, becoming popular again, as well as different characters like Orisa, who always tends to be someone at the forefront of a comp, but it very much is so, as the tank position is very malleable right now, as we kind of see where it lands. But obviously a great job. Great to see you guys as well in chat. Good moves from Ryan, who's getting a lot of love in chat. Retro as well. And obviously we got Zyphon's cheerleader having a lot of fun in chat as well. As we look for game 2, Sundown stays in the role. I keep on thinking the DPS is going to switch out. We actually have a new player on the lineup. We got Boda, who is on the Overwatch roster. New addition to the team, just joined last week. Excited to get his first reps in as our newest tank player. So we'll see a lot of him and Retro as we get ready for map 2. I believe that the Mustangs are not the one to start, but it will be the Bobcats who select the next map, and we'll be able to get things started. We're still waiting to hear from them exactly what's going to happen with Game 2. That is, of course, a control point map. Take a look at our map pools. As we will right here, Mustangs, of course, taking that 2-0 win on Ilios. We'll move over to our hybrid map. I'll explain that a little bit as we get things set up. So, for those of you that have never played Overwatch 2, the hybrid game mode refers to a hybrid of control and of escort. So, the game mode that we had before is control. The game mode that we have next is escort. So, it's kind of a hybrid of the two. Teams will be set to either attack or defend. Mustangs like to be on the defensive end, so for sake of the argument, they'll be on defense as I explain this game mode. Mustangs will look to defend. The Mustangs will look to defend from the Bobcats who are attacking. Bobcats will have 4 minutes to take an initial control point. If and when they're able to take that control point, they will be able to escort a payload of whatever map they choosing. So, if you look in a map like, trying to think of different maps, and now look at a map like Numbani, you have to bring around a dignitary. So that would unlock theirs. It looks like we are going to King's Row. I believe it's like a bomb or something on King's Row. I can't fully remember. King's Row, an excellent map. They'll have an initial control point. If and when they're able to grab that control point, they will be given access to the payload and an extra 2.5 minutes of time. That payload has 2 checkpoints to get to. If and when they're able to complete the first checkpoint with the escorted payload, they will get 1.5 minutes of extra time. And if they're able to bring it to the 3rd checkpoint, the Mustang or whoever's on attack will get 3 points, and whatever time is left will be used. Then we start the game over. If the Mustangs were on defense first, they'll be on attack on the opposite end. So if the Mustangs were attacking first, they'll be on defense second, and vice versa. Both teams looking ready to go for this next map. King's Row is definitely a favorite of the Mustangs, one that I see them doing all of the time, and we will get this game started. And again, looks like the Mustangs will be on attack first. We'll see what Buddha is able to do. So we'll move it over to the game. Here we go. Mustangs coming out with a tried and true Reinhardt comp. Meanwhile, looks like an Orisa comp out of the Bobcats. Again, this is our initial control point that you have to take. You get 4 minutes to take this point. From there, you'll look to escort the payload all the way down and around. Here's our first checkpoint. And then you bring it through to the reactor room, and here is our second checkpoint. Once again, Mustangs on the attacking end here.
Hey, salute you.
Here we go, Mustangs looking to have a really powerful run here. Set the bar really high, especially running that Reinhardt. But moves on to point. Almost immediately trying to take this Bastion out and the rest of the team. Genji for Sundown, Zyphin on the Mei. In the face of pretty much the entire team here. Effect and Zyphin both combined for 2. And the Mustangs, 3:30 on the clock, are single-handedly taking the point. Orisa is there. Zyphin, Buddha, and Effect go up for a triple. And they'll leave one back on point, Ryan, on that Juno. And Effect will look forward. Running that mythic hammer. One of the newest weapons in this game, Reinhardt's mythic hammer. Sundown looking good as well. Effect on that Lucio. The Mustangs look to continue to push this card up. 5:25 on the clock now after that 2.5 minutes has been added on. And once again, the Orisa has been taken out. Mustangs will use this. Effect goes forward. They'll lose their tank and one of their supports. But Sundown moves things forward. Fortunately, Sundown will fall as well. Ryan looks to get out of there. But has got his ultimate. His effect pretty much single-handedly on that Lucio moves things forward. Mustangs are going to move it through and past the first of the turns. Mustangs with 4 ultimates available to them. Only the Juno ultimate yet to be seen. They'll be able to take out at least one with that. Sundown on his ultimate. See 3 ultimates come out. Orisa gets caught in it. Zyphon able to grab 2. Mustangs able to pull it to the checkpoint. 5 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock for them. What a great initial round out of the Montco Mustangs. Once again, Buddha moving up. And again, great walls from Zyphon. His top 500 extends to all characters here. Ryan, in effect, able to grab 2. Buddha moves forward. He's almost 60% of the way to his ultimate. And that is a 5K, a team kill for the Mustangs. Will anyone be able to get back for a touch? Buddha moves forwards. Mustangs in full defensive positioning here. And with 4:42 left on the clock, an absolutely oppressive attacking round from the Mustangs. 0-3, 4:42 left on the clock. Mustangs push it forward in great manner. And again, Mustangs now on the defensive end. If they could hold it to anything other than a 3, they will be able to get out of this game with a win, puts themselves up 2-0 over the Bobcats. Still on the Reinhardt. Zyphon still on the May. Sundown moves over to Junkrat. And Effect and Ryan still in that Lucio Juno combo for support. Zyphon, not one to hide away.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. You scared me. Defend objective A. I brought the fireworks.
Zyphon looking to put up that wall. Playing well within that doorway. They'll move in. Another great wall from Zyphon. Shuts out the Sigma. Buddha able to grab 1. He'll move out of the way. And held to spawn doors here. Zyphon will fall on that May. First 30 seconds have come and gone in the Mustangs. Able to hold it off well. Waiting on Zyphon to get back. 2 other top 500 players, though, still in this game. Two health for Sundown as he's able to get out of there. Going out for the Sigma yet again. But taking the long way around. Effect will fall. So will Buddha. Mustangs move off of the point. 2:36 left in this game. Sundown with his ultimate available to him. Buddha back on point. This is a great ultimate for Sundown. What can he do with it? Looking for a 3K maybe. Not able to do much. Buddha up front. He'll get 2 with his shatter, and he'll take them both out. 2:10 left on the clock. 2/3 of that initial point go to the Bobcats. The Bobcats really trying these hard counters to some of these characters to put everything that they can into perspective. They've been playing pretty well with a couple of really nice picks, but not able to make much stick against this dominant Mustangs roster. Ultimate comes out from the enemy Cassidy, not able to get much. The Moira ultimate comes out, Zyphon will fall. Sundown able to grab one. Ultimate comes out from Ryan. Ultimate out all the way around. Torbjorn ultimate now comes out, able to take down Sundown. Butta on point as we're in the last minute and 15 seconds of this game. They are able to cap the point. 3 minutes and 42 seconds left on the clock. Mustangs still playing well. Good on the Bobcats in order to get that checkpoint. Fighting constantly for it. Used a lot of ult economy for it, but it was well worth it to give them more time on the clock and the ability to escort that payload. Effect makes his way back. Mustangs looking for a full push here. Zyphon moves things forward on that Torbjorn, and they're able to do it. Sundown falls. As Effect and Zyphon both able to get kills on that Sigma and that Brig. 2 minutes and 54 seconds left on the clock. But has that shatter at the ready, so we'll see what he's able to do. Waiting patiently for any moment that he can use. We'll sit there, install that payload for as long as humanly possible. We're waiting on this shatter. He'll move in. Brig on her own. Not much that she can do. Torbjorn also separated from the rest of the team. As Effect caught out. Sundown caught out as well. They will regain control of the cart. The minute and 45 seconds left on the clock. Mustangs still in a good defensive position as they'll look to take these corners. See what they can do. Mustangs with 3 ultimates available to them. And what a great shatter. They're able to get 3 off of that. That's 4. Looking for a 5th. Torbjorn, but is able to grab it. Mustangs with the team kill at 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the clock. Spent a lot of time on Butta here. Sundown now on Hanzo. Ultimate comes out from the Sigma. Not able to do much there as Effect activates his. Ultimates now as things move forward. Butta's going to stand in front of their spawn. 30 seconds now remain. Two ultimates available for the Bobcats. Only 1 ultimate available currently for the Mustangs. Sundown looking to make it 3 or 2. Butta already almost has his fully charged though. Soldier looking to make a touch. Who's going to be able to make it? Sundown able to grab 1. And with that, nobody's able to make a touch. Mustangs go up 2-0 over the Bobcats. Some dominant fashion here tonight. Play of the game. going to the Bobcats. Cassidy. Great aim on him, playing really well in this game, but Mustangs able to come out with a win. It's one of the only team fights the Mustangs dropped in game 2. I think we all want to be Zyphon when we grow up. An absolutely incredible DPS player. Top 500, hit 419 just at the end of this season. That's when the competition's at its fiercest. So it's a great honor to have top 500 at that point. One of 3 top 500s on the team. I believe Butta's going to be left in for game 3. Mustangs, once again, in an excellent position, really dominating the offensive and the defensive end. Mustangs love to be on defense, so it was nice to see them on offense first for once. And what I really saw there out of the Mustangs was preemptive striking. So keeping Ryan back with that cart was their strategy. They'll keep one man back, move it forward slowly, and they'll take up as much ground as humanly possible. Obviously, that means that you, for a lot of fights, especially towards the end there, you couldn't really have, you don't have that extra support, and that could cost you. Like you saw, that play of the game was as an effect of Ryan not being there in order to help support the team. But obviously, Mustangs still worked well with that comp, able to come right back. They'll support Ryan, brings that through onto the second point, able to push through the third point. And again, Mustangs with a great little hold, especially towards that archway. It's a super easy place to get that hold, and the Mustangs played it really well. Props to Butta in his first match as a Mustang. Played that Reinhardt beautifully. You love to see some great Reinhardt gameplay, especially on maps like Kings Row, where you have a lot of corners, you have a lot of off angles to play, and it puts him in a really, really great position. Now, as we enter this third game, we'll be heading ourselves over to Dorado. An excellent, excellent map 3 has been reworked for this game. As I move things around, Mustangs up 2-0 over the Bobcats. For those of you that just are joining us, my name is Corrupted, SR71 or JD, whatever you prefer. And we are two games into this match. We're heading into game 3, which will be Dorado. Mustangs able to take 2-0 on Ilios in dominant fashion. Same goes for Kings Row. A couple of team fights lost. Able to get that first point secured for the Bobcats, which was really good on them. But the Mustangs able to take that 3-1. Now they're going to look to take Dorado once again in dominant fashion, end off the night on a beautiful little win, and being able to shut out the Bobcats team, who have played spectacularly tonight. Found a little bit of their footing on Kings Row with a couple of really nice looking comps, especially that Sigma had some really big damage and able to help that team out as much as he possibly could. But the Mustangs' might tonight is just so much. Here we go. Mustangs yet again on the attacking end here first, and we will see the Bobcats defend. Like I said before, the hybrid game mode is a mixture of this escort game mode. So we've got this nice little truck here with, I can only assume, is like a reactor on the back. So Mustangs are going to look to take this and move it up the road. They have 4 minutes to bring it to these first set of doors. If and when they're able to do so, they'll get 2.5 minutes of extra time and the ability to move it forward through these doors that will open up. For those of you that have not played Overwatch in a while and are like, what is this staircase doing here? Welcome to the reworked Dorado. Came out yesterday. New set of stairs gives the Mustangs better ability to get the high ground here, which is something that you like to see. But nonetheless, the cart will be moved through the streets of Dorado up into the start of the lab. Goes through the lab, third checkpoint right over here. Mustangs running a Winston comp. We haven't seen a lot of Winston. See what Butta is able to do. Immediately moves in on a couple members of the team. And already at a significant disadvantage with this monkey coming out. Bobcats struggling for anything right now as they look to get him off that high ground. Effect and Tar, who's been subbed in for this game for Sundown. Looked really good. Zyphon on that Tracer moves around very quickly. But able to move things. 3 kills for the Mustangs, 4 kills for the Mustangs. So they look for a team kill. They won't be able to get it. That's where Jern just moves back. Mustangs with 3 people on cart. And you say, why not 5? Wouldn't it move faster? No. The speed of the cart maxes out with 3 players. So all you need is 3. Meanwhile, the rest of the Mustangs surge forward. Tar rocking the Genji skin. Effect moves in. And with 1 moving it forward, 5:12 left on the clock. Mustangs taking a little bit of high ground here. Great work from them. Again, almost a team kill from the Mustangs. We got 1 back on cart. It's that Junkrat. Be able to take him out. Tar will unfortunately fall to a Junkrat mine. So the Mustangs surge forward. They got 2 on payload right now. Effect will fall to the Junkrat. Playing those off flanks here, trying to get anything that he can. Mustangs push up, looking to grab that second checkpoint. Give themselves a minute and a half of extra time. That ability to go to the 3rd point. Junkrat looking to be just a little bit annoying here, but able to take him down. Zyphin able to grab another. That Tracer playing oh so well so far tonight. The Mustangs able to bring it forward to the second checkpoint, 5:12. It's not how much time they have. Torbjorn all alone in the spawn. They'll be able to take him out. The rest of the Mustangs find themselves fully engaged with this Bobcats team. Junkrat ult comes out. He'll be able to grab Tar. A lot of health for Buddha on that Winston. See, captivates 4 out of 5 members of that Bobcats team, allowing him to move forward. He will continue to surge. Tar's got his ultimate ready. Orisa ultimate comes out, able to bring down Ryan enough for him to get picked off. Tar will also get picked off. The rest of the Mustangs will move out of the way. Mustangs with 2 ultimates, almost 3 ultimates available to them. Effect all over the Bobcats now. Orbit comes out. Tar uses his ultimate. He's able to grab 1 right off the bat. Looking like 2. Looking like more from him. Can we get it? He'll grab 3 right after the ultimate. It's a 4K, and that's a team kill for the Mustangs. I don't think anyone... Oh, no, 2 will be able to respawn in time, but will they be able to get back? No, they won't. 3:12 left on the clock, and the Mustangs able to take a dominant attacking victory. They'll look to defend and end off the night on another incredible win.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
And again, the Mustangs on the defensive end. They won't change their comp at all. Winston, Tracer, Genji, Lucio, and the Juno. So we'll see what they're able to do. Another first-time chatter in chat, though. I want to highlight Zyphin truly playing excellently. About 10 seconds to go before this game gets underway. The Mustangs find themselves on defense.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Oh no, they don't. Stop that payload.
Here we go. Mustangs hiding themselves fairly well. That high ground is easy to get to from any attacking or defending team. Tar pushing things forward. We've got a Ramatra out. Matra taking a little bit of a nerf in this most recent update, but in my gameplay with him at least, it hasn't fully taken away his abilities. Tar able to get himself on the board though. He'll be able to grab 2. Ramatra moves back into spawn. That's 3 for the Mustangs. Able to grab a 4th there. 3:20 left on the clock. Bryant able to move around. He'll help get 1. Zyphin able to grab another car. Looking beautiful. It's almost a 5K, just a diva remaining. Will she be able to make it back into spawn? Yes, she will. And again, Mustangs in a good position. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. They're unable to move it forward past this position. And again, coming out with anything and everything that they can. Grab 1 inside his spawn. The Mustangs continue move in and around, giving a little bit of room to the Bobcats, but not a whole ton. 1 minute and 53 seconds left on the clock.
Oh no, they don't. Stop that payload. Hiya.
Zyphin moves in, grabs an excellent kill on the enemy Juno. Move around. 1 minute and 30 left in this game. Zyphin in on that back line, trying to get out of there. He will be able to get out of there. Meanwhile, Ryan on that back line, giving good support to all of the Mustangs. 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the clock.
They're moving the payload. Watch yourself.
60 seconds.
Move things around. 50 seconds left on the clock. Ultimate comes out. Zyphin, nobody's taken out. Instead, Zyphin able to get a nice little pick. 41 seconds left on the clock. Mustangs still sitting at those spawn doors. This lineup from the Mustangs has proved really good here tonight.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh my god! Hold on! Reading!
18 seconds left. Last little push as Effect is taken out. They'll look to take this opportunity to move things forward just a little bit. Zyphin able to grab 1. Buddha able to grab another. Zyphin able to grab some more with that overtime. Nobody's going to make a move, but the Mustangs will take the win. 3-0. Excellent game out of the Mustangs. Incredible job from the Bobcats. They tried everything tonight, but the Mustangs, they had no answer for them. An excellent game. Play of the game goes to Tar. Not surprised there. Decisive victory for the Mustangs will put them up, keeps them undefeated here tonight. What an excellent game out of the Mustangs. We're going to bring things to a quick break. We'll see if we have an interview here tonight. We'll see what we can do, but we'll be back in just a minute with hopefully a little bit more Overwatch. We'll see you guys real soon. And welcome back. Wow, that's a lot of pullover. Okay, we're just gonna go like that, nerf it into the ground. All right, just like Sombra. All right, and welcome back. I am joined here by Retro Captain and Tank for the Montco Mustangs. How you feeling after a great win here tonight?
I'm feeling really good. We have yet to drop a map. I don't know if anyone's realized that, but we have yet to drop a map, and we feel really good about that, honestly. It's just been an amazing season so far. I think we're week 3, right? So
week 3.
We're only week 3 in, and we've just been dominating every single team we've come across, and it just feels so good to finally, after so many semesters, coming together as a team and just be able to just. I mean, we've had this kind of play before, yeah. But it just feels so different. Like, we know that we have this strong feeling that we're going to get to finals and that we will grab this champion this semester.
Yeah, obviously you guys were able to make it to the semifinals last year. 3rd place for you guys then, 2nd place for you guys 2 semesters ago, so obviously really great there. And talking about the way that this team jives, I mean, at this point, 4 members, so, you know, between you, Tar, Ryan, and Sundown, you guys are all returning members of the team. Obviously, Tar taking a period of leave last spring, but now you bring Effect into this, you bring Zyphon into this, and now you bring another experienced player in the tank position like you in Buddha. How has that been in setting that all up, especially with this newest player, Bada?
I think that's how you pronounce
it. How has that been working with this team and getting it set up and understanding how strong you guys are together?
I mean, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, obviously, but I feel like I can see everyone's strengths and weakness. I feel like I know when to put them in. I know when. I mean, we really all together we just have great chemistry together. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but we are just able to go into the next game every single one of us. We were just able to just go in the next game, able to just lock in. We're not trying to flame each other. We're just trying to get through the game. We know we can get it. We know we can win this. We're the strongest in the team. We believe, and we just know that we just gotta sit down, play the games out, and just dominate the enemy team. Like, our chemistry is almost unmatched than I've ever seen in recent years.
And dominate, you guys really have been, especially in these past couple of weeks. Obviously, great wins, like you said before. You guys have yet to drop a map. What are you guys doing to prepare for that? Obviously, you never want to drop a map, and you guys are very confident in your abilities. But what are you guys doing for that ability to be able to bounce back for when you might drop a map or, God forbid, drop a game?
If we ever drop a map or a game, we're obviously gonna turn our heads a little bit. Like, we did not expect this to happen, but we've had we've even had scrims, like, just referencing scrims. We've had scrims where it's like, oh, we should not have lost that, and we just look at each other and we just go, we know what we did wrong. We know we can go confidently in the next game, taking our mistakes, turning them around, reinforcing what we did right, and just ultimately looking past the loss and just going, all right, we lost one map, time to teach them what we really are. So
yeah, that's definitely a great mental to come at it with. I know that, it's difficult in this season, and we've seen it before. I hate to reference last fall, it feels like a gut-wrenching time, but obviously last fall we made it all the way to the finals, went up against Marshalltown, the team that we played last week, who, despite the fact that we 3-0'd them, very close game. Obviously that game went to a 5th game. You guys lost that one, and it was the first games that you guys had lost of the season. I feel like that's why I asked the question. So it seems like you guys very confident going into this game. Obviously very exciting to come in, start the season off 3-0 with a couple of really, a couple of strong opponents, and obviously tonight's game as well with a strong opponent. So as we look to finish off this stream and, kind of move things around, what do you have to say to everyone at home? You got Sparky saying hello as well. So what do you have to say to everybody?
Well, first off, since I heard that, hi Sparky. I'm not going to say your real name for reasons, but shout out to you for watching. Shout out to my girlfriend. I know she also hosts watch parties. I don't know. I think she might be doing one today. I hope she is. She does watch parties with her and a bunch of my friends. So thank you for doing that. I love you. And obviously to the family and friends that also watch, not just my family and friends, but also my players and my teammates' families and friends. We appreciate you guys watching, and we hope that we can make it a really good season for you guys where you can see us in first.
Yeah, obviously you guys currently sitting in one of the first positions. Obviously still a lot of undefeated teams like the Bobcats were going into tonight's game. Still getting weeded out to see who lands on top, but currently you guys are very much in the running for it. But thank you so much for joining us. That is going to do it for our stream here tonight. Join us tomorrow for Valorant at 7. Those guys are looking to get back in the winners column after an excellent game yesterday. I know, Sal and I talk about this stuff all the time. I know you were watching it just, out of the corner of your eye. That thing went to a game 3 and a triple overtime. It was absolutely insane. If you guys haven't watched it, I would totally go out and watch it tomorrow or on our YouTube channel, Mustangs Esports. But with that, that's going to do it for tonight. Have yourselves a wonderful evening.